Oh my goodness, look at that. Robin Hingabottom in first tonight, followed closely by Dennis Stauber. Big D checking in from Marengo, Illinois. Back in the Pittsburgh studio tonight. That's it. We're here just after 9 p.m. We're getting a little bit of a late start, but that's nothing you haven't come to expect after all these years with us. Kenny Hot Rod, what's good? Chris and Heather. Hey, we're joined by Mark tonight.
Woohoo.
Mark, you're back with us. I think
I'm a hologram.
I thought for a minute that was the paper cutout. Man, it's been a crazy road trip, but we're so anxious to get on with you guys tonight. We got a lot of great stuff to talk about. So many people with us. Lyonel from Law Tigers, Jason from Deadwood Customs, Paul Yaffe himself making an appearance tonight, Lance Baxter in all the way from Leesburg, Florida, Professional Monkey with us. Watched your show last night. Dude, if you guys are not subscribed to Mr. and Mrs. Monkey over at YouTube, you need to get your asses over there right now. They are so funny. Heather peed herself. She doesn't want me to tell anybody, but she literally peed a little bit.
Lying is a sin, Christopher. Lying is a sin.
Baby, if that was the only sin I created today, my goodness. Mike,
I did take a shot with them, though, last night.
Mike Woodyshek in the house with us tonight. Good to see you here, buddy. Ray's Moto Life, what's up? Hey, listen, man, if you're watching, wherever you're watching from, 15 different social media channels, Shop Talk broadcast through. All you have to do is go to the comment section wherever you're watching, YouTube, Facebook, what have you. Put in your comments. It'll come up in our feed. We can give you a little shout out. Remember to tell us where you're watching from. Dan Toast in from Connecticut. All our brothers are here tonight. It's going to be a killer show. We got, let's see, new products from S&S. We got a killer feature bike. We even have a full out event report from the Perewitz Paint Show this evening. That's not all. 120 minutes of all the bullshit we can fit. The little program we call Shop Talk. Stick around. We're going live in just 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Wait a minute. I can't let go of my what's up. Steve Broyles is here with us. Poppy's in the house. Bruno Coppola coming in from Laconia, New Hampshire. Bike Week 100th anniversary, June 10th through the 18th. Can you believe it? It looks like they're actually going to make it to 100 up in the Northeast. Mike Draco in with us. Cincinnati well represented. Kenny Hot Rod, Corbin, Kentucky. Professional Monkey shots already. Hey, wait a minute here. All right, bottoms up. Monkey called for it. We got to do it. But hey, I got to give you guys some credit too, because we had so much fun watching your show last night. We're gonna do a little bit of the cool factor that you guys do at the end of the show. We're gonna save 5 to 10 minutes every show, and we're gonna do just a talk with you guys. So if you stick around to the end of the show every week, you can participate in that. Give us your feedback. I mean, it's up there the whole way through the show, but we're literally just gonna talk with you guys at the end of the show. And that's something we learned from Mr. and Mrs. Monkey, because we had so much fun. I was supposed to be working. Heather yelled at me 3 times. It was ridiculous. JJ Sisson, Kingston, Oklahoma, in the house. Right on. What's this? Fangirling over Mrs. Monkey. Professional Monkey, you're right. We're going to have a problem with these two. We might have to separate them at the next event. 35 seconds. Jesus, I'm not even looking at the clock. What's going on? That's time to get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks. Let's go live with this week's installment of Shop Talk. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It's just after 9 p.m. on Sunday evening. That means in the two-wheeled world, it's time for another episode of Shop Talk. Glad to be here with you guys. I'm glad to be anywhere that I'm not sitting behind a steering wheel for just a minute, because the last 30 days we did like 10,000 miles. I'm your host, Chris Callen with Cycle Source Magazine, and for the next 90 to 120 minutes, I'm going to be your guide through the craziness that we call the custom motorcycle culture. I'm joined by my crew this evening, my full crew, full complement.
So I want to lodge a formal complaint.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I want
this
a
is
mute
really
button.
how you want to start the show?
I want a mute button, and I want my own damn sound effects.
You have
It's
your own
not-
sound effects. This is one of them.
It's not fair that you can mute whenever you want. Mark, tell him that's BS.
Well, I don't know. That's when you're the big cheese, you get to run that shit.
Oh, he's the big something. I don't know if it's a cheese.
Hey, I like cheese.
Oh,
I'm just
and
the guy that learned how to use the controls.
real quick,
Don't hate on me.
I need to thank Mr. and Mrs. Monkey for allowing me the opportunity to take a shot last night, because my one rule is I don't drink alone. So the fact that I got to take a shot with them made my day worth it.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, lots to get to tonight. We got a killer show lined up. And, man, more content. The last 30 days, the amount of content that we collected.
Oh,
and
my
if
gosh.
you guys, like, seriously, listen. I don't all the time sit here saying, go to our YouTube. But seriously, if you missed the last show where we did the interview with Nick Trask, we took the time to cut that out of the program of Shop Talk and just made it a standalone interview. And I'm only telling you this. Of course, I want more traffic to our YouTube and I want more subscribers for YouTube. But I want you to see this man's story, because
So good.
so many times today we talk about how the American dream is gone, and, you know, like, we question the people even that are in this industry that we see all the time. We're like, you know, how'd this guy get here, and what's he doing here, and what's he up to? This was so refreshing that this man shared this story with us, and it was so good. You have to see it. So I would definitely get over there. Professional Monkey is giving you a what's up, Mark, just so you know. Wow, really? We give you your own microphone
You
for
may
this.
as well just put the cardboard cutout in. I have had requests for the cardboard cutout, Mark. People would like me to start shipping him
Oh, dude,
places.
that'd be so funny.
Maybe we should.
Could do like well, I can, now that I'm on state arrest, I'm not allowed to leave the state, so that means the cardboard cutout has to go from here. So I'm out. I found my way out. I told Chris he was at the house finally yesterday. First time in a while. 45 minutes an hour. He left. I told him I'd had enough. See him in 3
You're
months.
like,
yeah.
I'll see you in 3 months.
I'm out.
That's good.
Yep.
Leave before you say, hey, I was thinking.
He told me the other day, he said, you've been gone so long, I almost forgot what you look like.
Yeah, and then he showed up.
And then I ruined it. So
Yeah, we did have dually season yesterday, so
Right?
that was nice. Yeah, dually season.
do you know what?
Is it 7-3 meetup?
It's 7-3 season, baby. It's 7-3 season.
God.
What season is it, Heather?
Shit's real.
Well, according to Mrs. Monkey, it's shot season.
Well, if I would
It's
have known.
7-3 season, yo.
We had the people at
You have to tell.
AAA
Wait, yeah, you have to tell them we
dying
went to get
laughing.
plates. We went to get plates for the truck.
Literally getting a vanity plate that says 7-3, yo.
It's so great.
So bad. Ridiculous.
Mrs. Monkey's giving you a shout out. Law Tigers all over the place tonight.
So good.
Who am I missing here? Who am I missing?
I don't know.
Real people. There you
Ray's
go.
Motor Life.
Heather's shirt is cool. Heather, show everybody your shirt. She made this thing all by her little self. Totally ripped off Coca-Cola.
Shut up.
Who previously to that ripped off cocaine, so let's not
Right.
I
give
was
him
gonna
too
say,
much
you
credit.
can't say that.
What?
You can't say I just straight up like
Well, I
with
mean-
our luck, our trademark attorney's watching.
It's sort of obvious, but I get what you're doing.
It's great.
But
It's
I
great that
changed
we
it
have a
enough.
trademark attorney that's also a biker. It was the same as my criminal attorney,
Wait till you
which
see
in
the
end
other
didn't
couple
turn
that
out
I
so
have
good.
coming out. I'm gonna wear a new one every week, so just watch. They're all kind of cool.
All right, man. Well, listen, let's get to it because we got a big show for you guys. I appreciate, first, I want to tell everybody that's watching, thank you so much. We're rolling up on 300 issues of Cycle Source Magazine, and we have rolled past 200 episodes of Shop Talk. So the fact that you guys all continue to have us into your lives and let us share this stuff with you is amazing, except for some of you, but I'm going to get to that later. That's another thing entirely. This is all about Shop Talk.
There's
Shop Talk.
always that one guy.
And there is that one guy, baby. There is that one guy. So Shop Talk, in case this is the first time that you're watching, 120 minutes, all the two-wheeled stuff we can put in. We put a little bit of entertainment. We have interviews. We have everything you would find in a motorcycle magazine. And if you're too young to remember what those paper things were that people would flip through, they had tech and feature bikes and stories about people. Yeah, we kind of do all that here.
We have a really, our new one is really good, actually.
You guys
They're all really good.
Still do that magazine?
We still do the magazine.
Stop.
We
It
do.
kills me that you don't read the magazine.
I probably
Mark.
have one within reach.
We talk about you in it all the time.
It makes a great plate, picks up oil. It does all kinds of
You
really
can
cool
fold it
stuff.
up in little
Didn't
envelopes.
you actually do a
straight-
thing like 100
Yeah,
ways,
we
100
did.
uses for
And when-
cycle source?
when
And
it
we were
went to-
serious, like all of them.
Oh yeah, when it went to glossy, we went 100 more.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
then there was
Well, at
all
least
kinds of
101.
stuff. Yeah.
One more.
All right, so here we go. We start this whole thing off. That's where I was at. I lost my place with a little segment we call the news. The Shop Talk World Report is brought to you by Law Tigers. Get the compensation you deserve and get back on the road with Law Tigers. One of these days. First up in the news tonight, Meekum to offer John Parham Estate Collection at the National Motorcycle Museum. This is so sad to see this happening. To know John and to know the lifetime of collecting and how much this museum went to him absolutely breaks my heart. It also breaks my heart that there's a little bit of conflict with the date, and I'm hoping that we get enough of this news out. But please, if you see this story from Meekum Magazine, please pass it along so as many people can possibly be there will be. September 6th through the 9th, Meekum Auctions will offer the renowned John Parham Estate Collection at the National Motorcycle Museum in Anamosa, Iowa, an assemblage that includes more than 300 collector-grade, museum-worthy motorcycles and upwards of 1,000 lots of road art, encompassing more than 6,000 pieces in total. Founded in 1989 by passionate motorcycle enthusiasts, the National Motorcycle Museum has long been a destination location for riders, collectors, historians, and more, with 36,000 square feet of professionally curated display space. Wow, that was a hard word for me tonight.
Write that down.
All housed in the heart of central United States. The museum has typically held about 550 motorcycles at any given time, including the late John Parham's personal collection, as well as many on loan belonging to other collectors from around the world. So we definitely have to get that up in a news brief.
I'm sad. As soon as we are recovered, I'm sad that it's happening on the weekend that it is, because I would have loved to have. I think mixed emotions. I would have loved to have attended it, maybe just to get some piece of memorabilia from there.
Right. Absolutely.
But I think I would have been very sad at the same time. But it's a bummer that it's happening during Smokeout and during Cannonball. That's Cannonball kickoff weekend, and it's Smokeout weekend. So
It's sad it's happening at all.
yeah, I'm sad
It
it's
really
happening
is.
at all.
What a
But
shame.
Really
if
is
it
a sad
if it
thing.
has to, I hope everything goes to really good homes.
You know, and I talked to some of the people involved with the Sturgis Motorcycle Museum, because here's the fear of this. I mean, you know, obviously to expect Jill or any of the family to take on that work is a huge undertaking. But for the motorcycle culture and community at large, we risk losing all of that. I mean, all of that stuff was gathered over this man's life and represents our history and
lifestyle,
our
yeah.
culture. You know what I mean? And like, it's a shame that a group of people couldn't come together and say, hey, look, what do we need to get together in a pool here to make sure that
Stays
legacy
alive.
stays together and continues to be folded into another museum to add to that.
Come on,
you know?
people. You spent money on stupider things before.
I'm willing to throw my $20 in
Wait,
if it helps. If it helps, I'm a giver, Mark. I'm a giver.
It's a curse.
Next up from Motorsports Newswire, Nitro Circus brings motorcycle mayhem to Harley-Davidson Homecoming Festival. The Ives Brothers Wall of Death also scheduled for Veterans Park performances. Nitro Circus, the most explosive crew in action sports, will bring its non-stop action-packed freestyle motocross show to the Milwaukee lakefront during the Harley-Davidson Homecoming Festival at Veterans Park. This Daredevil circus features elite moto athletes performing insane ramp tricks and heart-racing stunts as they push themselves to the limits. Nitro Circus performances are part of an expansive exposition of music and entertainment scheduled for July 15th through the 16th to celebrate the 120th anniversary of the world's most desirable brand.
Are we going to the anniversary? Are we heading up there that weekend?
I don't know. It's always such chaos, and I like to go to Milwaukee whenever nothing's in town, because seriously, I'm not being shitty. Like, if you haven't been to one of the big anniversaries, you have to go. But the idea of,
so therefore I think I have to go.
Yeah,
we might be flying you in.
Yeah, let us know how it goes.
It's not that far. I can drive.
Give us a call.
Son of a biscuit eater.
I'm just saying. Not hating.
I will go cover the event.
Speaking of
Maybe
Harley
Mrs.
Davidson.
Monkey and I can go.
Oh, there's trouble.
Hey.
Professional monkey, get your bail money together.
I'm squeezing a big bromance going on here.
This comes in from Financial Post. Speaking of Harley Davidson, Harley Davidson CFO to step down joins toy maker Hasbro. Crazy, right? Motorcycle maker Harley Davidson Incorporated said on Wednesday Chief Financial Officer Gina Goder was leaving the company at the end of April, and toy maker Hasbro Corp said she would take over as financial chief. Harley issued a statement saying the Vice President Treasurer David Viney will serve as interim CFO after Goder's departure on April 28th. So I have to tell you guys like a little bit of industry gossip that goes along with this. Some of our friends in the industry started sending me mad text messages last night. They're like, did you hear that the CFO and the CEO are leaving Harley? And I'm like, so immediately I'm like, how did something like this happen that we didn't get, all the notifications and stuff? And we found nothing anywhere that supports the idea that Zeitz is leaving.
I did see, though, that since announcing her departure, stock has dropped 6%.
Yeah, CFO, dude. Like,
yeah.
That's the money.
Oh, Mrs. Monkey's in. We're going to cover.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is going to be trouble.
Yeah.
This is, we just kind of got back in good graces with Harley Davidson. Can you just leave it alone?
I'm not the one they have to worry about. It would be worse if you went.
Really?
True.
Hey, last time we went, they loved us. We destroyed the room, but they loved us. It wasn't our fault they gave us alcohol.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Anyway.
This in from Dealer News. Hot stuff from Firebrand. Haven't talked about Firebrand in a while. The M8 is really unique in that it wants a longer exhaust to prevent reversion. Explains Grant Hillegrass, production line manager at Firebrand. Enter the Monarch 2-into-1 system designed specifically for late model Harley Davidson M8 touring bikes. This long pipe exhaust features a full flow header merged into a tune collector that pumps exhaust gases into a 4.5 muffler, all of which is designed to make real world power. It keeps exhaust gases flowing at a high velocity. Really neat to see. So Firebrand is exclusively distributed through Hard Drive. You can check them out at your WPS rep or firebrandmotorcycle.com. Really neat to see. We were privy to an inside visit of the S&S exhaust facility and to spend some time with them in Viola at the manufacturing facility. And it was neat to see that after a lot of the gloom and doom, before we left on this trip, we were talking about the EPA and the tuner issues and everything that was going on. It's neat to see at high-level motorcycle performance manufacturers don't really seem that worried about it. They seem like they have a real handle, especially when it comes to the M8s. They understand that thing is a very different animal, has completely different characteristics when it comes to making power, and they seem to have a real handle on how to address those needs, and they're not really worried about a lot of the restrictions that might come along with the new EPA.
I guess they also have to figure business as usual until somebody comes with a lock for their door.
Well, that's the scariest thing, dude. When you start hearing about the EPA sending out individual letters, cease and desist letters, yeah,
it's crazy.
That's a little crazy.
Well, it's not odd though. Years ago, the states had the state inspection mechanics become responsible for the state's decisions on their, their what they offer for the inspections, like your tolerances.
Yep.
So it was just a matter of time. They needed to find somebody to blame it on because they apparently couldn't go after the big business.
They just need to stop picking on the little guy.
They do.
That's it. Get over it. Move on.
Well, my grandfather was saying that, so he's been long dead these many 20 years, and it hasn't happened yet.
And they're worried about little hydrocarbons. We've had 5 train derailments, 8 plastic companies blow up. I think they need to worry a little bit more on that stuff than they do the poor guy riding down the road in their motorcycle, for Christ's sake. Build away,
goodness.
Johnny. Build away.
Real
Build
quick, I
away.
need to say hi to my brother Mark. He hasn't watched in a long time. He's watching.
What's up, Mark?
He was wondering. He's doing a Tankful tank.
Thankful.
But he was wondering if you'd started using your engraving stuff yet.
I haven't. Mr. Fish, if you guys have heard me talk about Ed Fish, our resident consultant when it comes to all things machining and cool shit.
I love Mr. Fish. He comes over. He's like, "Can I help with anything?" He just wants to help. He wants to be part of something.
He wanders in the garage. I'm like, don't you know better than to do this? Like, if you show up here and you ask us to help, you're gonna get a lot of stuff to do.
And Chris comes at him with, "Hey, I have this idea."
Yeah,
Chris comes.
You
at
know what
everybody
that
with
sounds like, Mark. Only with that, Mr. Fish has to figure out how to make it work.
Hey, James Fletcher Jr. said, I did the Josh Owens ride with Tim Smith and got to visit with Josh in Tampa. Josh says he's doing well, but needs more prayers to get through this. He
Long road.
has it.
Long road.
Me and
us.
Joey, there's a long road to recovery.
So, my new tool is I got an actual pneumatic foot-driven graver. So it's a Graver Max graver, and anybody that knows I've been doing engraving for years and years, but CJ Allen, the late CJ Allen, forbid me from calling it engraving because I was doing it all with a Dremel tool, and he said that was sacrilegious, and him and Tay Herrera used to call me a scratcher. So I have a graver now, and I'm going to use it if it kills me.
Yeah, you just need to find some time. I thought for sure that I think you'll probably do something on hooking and booking, right? Maybe?
I don't. Yeah, I have a couple things.
After you practice
there.
for a long time.
Or
Although, you
whichever
tattooed
comes
Mark
first.
without ever having to tattoo before.
Everybody
I don't know
in the room,
why.
Everybody in the room tattooed me that
I
night.
didn't tattoo you.
For Jesus' sake.
That
Nope,
was so
I
great.
didn't.
We got to tell that story. At the end of the show, if you guys stick around, we'll tell the story about my first tattoo being on Mark's arm at 3:30 in the morning at one of our friends' tattoo shops.
And there wasn't even alcohol in it.
After a Buck Sherry
Everybody
concert.
was stone cold sober. That's like the worst part, or the best part, the something part.
All right, hey man, listen, we're going to get rocking with this one because the guests are waiting for us. Before we go to them, we're going to take a quick look at this cool new product from S&S. Take a break. On the other side, we're coming back straight to our guests. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk in the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio.
Welcome to the S&S Product Spotlight.
The Product Spotlight is brought to you by Drag Specialties, the world's largest distributor of aftermarket accessories.
What do we got today, John?
Today we're featuring the Diamondback exhaust for your M8 application touring models.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And what makes this pipe cool?
So for all the cool kids out there, it's a mid pipe. Not a short pipe, not a long pipe, it's a mid pipe. And it's designed to look and act as performance.
So why is it not a short pipe?
Well, the shorter pipe is actually, down here. And the longer pipe's out here, so this is a mid pipe.
So what makes a mid pipe better than a short pipe?
Well, you can able to produce more horsepower or performance.
So is it because M8s hate short pipes and they create giant torque dips? Could that be it?
It could be. I mean, I don't know.
that's
back
it.
pressure is always a fun
That's
thing to
actually
have.
it.
Yeah,
Giant
yeah.
torque dips. So the pipe, we're S&S, right? That's what we do is make power. We're not going to make something just because it looks cool. We're going to make it make power. And that's what drove the length of the pipe. It's not because that's what is the cool look. This is what makes the most power at this style.
Right, and to mirror you, I mean, we do build race bikes every once in a while, so I mean, we might know a little bit
build
about
some
the
race stuff, yeah.
So there you go.
All right, what else is cool about Diamondback?
Well, the stainless header.
So all of our headers are stainless steel, and that's kind of that's our jam. They're not flash chrome, which most header manufacturers are doing like a flash chrome. So it looks really cool, probably right up until you ride it.
Yeah,
Then it
definitely.
doesn't look cool anymore.
It may last a little bit longer. Also, a cool feature. Yeah. You can run wideband or your regular O2 sensors on here. So, again, performance. So you guys out there wanting to tune and so forth. Wideband. You
Yeah,
get that option.
everything we do actually is 4-bung now.
Yep.
So it's this factory small narrowband and an optional wideband.
Right. And another great feature, just real quick, is the removable dB reducer.
That's huge.
Is huge. Yeah. You're able to tune down the sound, build more back pressure, or run it wide open for your big cubic inches.
Everything we do is actually a removable dB reducer. So every single pipe we make, you can tune for sound, for back pressure. That's kind of huge. Like, it's not like an accessory that you've got to buy. We include it with it.
So this is our Guardian Black. It's also available in stainless.
The stainless looks rad. That's my favorite.
It's super awesome.
The brushed stainless is really good. Guardian Black, the cool guy on this is actually, it's a powder coat, not a ceramic. So it's much more durable. If you've ever put a ceramic pipe on a bike, they're super sensitive until they're hot. Yep. The powder coat is way more durable, and interestingly, it's a dead match for some Milwaukee companies.
I would say, yeah.
Black.
The ceramic, you look at it, it scratches. I don't know. Anyways, so for more information about this product, where you go, David?
sscycle.com.
There you go.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. A race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For S&S, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine, and today I want to talk to you guys about tires. So I'm in the Dennis Kirk warehouse, where they pretty much have a tire for anything on two wheels. That's one of the tricky things today in your local shop. Sometimes it's hard to get a tire. Well, they ship today from here, so pretty much any of these you can have tomorrow. Everything for your dirt bike, your ATV, your UTV, you can get these out today. And in addition to features like the tire finder on their website, if you buy the wheel at the same time you buy the tire, you get free mounting and balancing. Check them out today at denniskirk.com.
Hey, I'm Ron Fleener,
All right.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay, we dropped his
Please Color Factory, you're watching Shop Talk.
Renamed him.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Dude, how cool is it that we have Flea doing a station tag for us?
So cool. So cool. I have to tell you, when we were up in Viola doing those product spotlights,
oh my
they
God.
were like the funnest to do product
outtakes.
spotlights with ever. They were so good. Although something about like them keep saying power, I feel like they need to throw back and put on a Power Rangers costume. That would be really funny. I'm just saying. Just saying, they need Power Rangers costumes.
Don't say it twice,
or
because
like the
those
Wonder
two.
Twins.
Oh, those two.
know.
Those two would do it.
Wonder Twins.
Heather.
Yes.
Heather, shame on you.
I'm just saying.
All right, so listen, man, we're going to get to our guests. Lyonel from Law Tigers is coming in to tell us about an event that we're all hip with. You guys may have heard about it on social media, but rather than fill your ears up with a bunch of junk, we're going to go straight to him. So let's go check out Lyonel. Just Hanging Out in the Shop is brought to you by Spectro Oils. Made in the USA since 1966, the best oil on planet Earth. Lyonel.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
They're just hanging out. You know how it is. Shop Talk on a Sunday, nothing better.
Now we can't get you out of the damn garage.
No, dude, I live in here now, and I'm still not making any progress, but I'm in here a lot now.
Welcome to the club, brother. Welcome to the club.
Well,
So-
it's a good group of people to be around, I'll tell you that.
So lately, man, it seems like you're practically as busy as us. I think you're actually at more locations than we are in any given month.
Well, I'm just chasing you is all I'm doing. I'm not going anywhere that you're not there. I'm just behind that van everywhere I go, trying to pass you on the left.
Lionel's the best Uber driver ever.
He's what?
The best Uber driver.
Hey, listen, I moonlight that way, okay? That's how I make a little
Right.
extra money to build a motorcycle.
So he had this little electric scooter with a
Oh, that's
sidecar on
right.
it in Arizona, and he drove me around. We had so much fun. He had it up on one wheel. We were doing donuts. So good.
Well, I have to take you for another ride, Heather, because everyone's busting my chops because I put you down too hard in that video, and I didn't know we were being recorded or anything. So apparently, I'm too rough on the sidecar.
Nah, it was fun. It was a blast. That's what I wanted to do all day is just ride around. That's how we should hand out flyers for Smoke Out. We need to
Yeah.
get one of those, and I can be the little monkey in the sidecar.
Best idea ever.
So
Perfect.
Get you a monkey costume.
before
No,
we go too much further, I wanna I'm sure everyone else has thanked you, but I want to publicly give you guys a big shout out for helping us all put together what is another, second year in a row, best memory ever, greatest time. Like, you helped put the whole Chopper Friends Throwdown thing together, and everybody that was there just had a blast. It's going to be, we'll be old men talking about this someday, and that was through a lot of the work that you and Law Tigers did. So thank you.
You know what? It wasn't us. Honestly, it was our guest that's coming on today. He's the man that put this up. He's the guy that is like the brainchild behind it all, and he's motivated everybody behind it. So we love being a part of it, but honestly, the credit all goes to him. And that, of course, is Jason Mook. I mean, he's the guy that put this together, and he was the guy that I wanted to be on here with us tonight because of what he's doing now. This guy doesn't stop. We talk about how busy we are, but this guy just was like the head charger of the Chopper Friends Throwdown. Now he's on to the next thing, and he still runs a shop building bikes every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. And Heather, I mean, you're already packed for Deadwood, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down.
No better place to be in May, in my opinion.
I've only ever been in August into September. I would really like to see it in the springtime.
So let's bring them in. Jason, singing your songs of praise here tonight on Shop Talk, but you are another one of the people in this industry that just, it doesn't seem like you ever stop, and you come right from one thing straight into another, and here we go. Fresh off the road from Arizona, let's throw a hometown show.
That's right. Yep, we are doing it. We are talking about the Black Hills Motorcycle Show, and I'm extremely honored and grateful to be the host of that. It's got a great history, and it needed, it just needed a little bit of freshening up, right? It just needed like some fresh ideas, and maybe a different venue. I don't know. There was just something, and the guys that put it on before, they worked so hard, they worked so tirelessly, and so I'm really glad to have them still involved with it. But now it's a completely different animal.
So give us a little history of the show, because I didn't understand that they were still going to be involved in stuff too. So tell us where that came from and what your plans are.
Oh, well, the show ran successfully, for about 32 years in Rapid City at the big, Civic Center, Convention Center, like where the Rapid City Rush play. And my first attendance there was 2015. I was at a co-owner of a different shop at the time. And so I thought, local show, we want to support it. So we did. It kind of just honestly, like a lot of things, it kind of died as a result of the pandemic. And so a year and some later, I was talking to one of the guys and I said, hey, what are you doing with that? And I said, hey, I want it. And we worked out all the legal details, got my buddy Earl involved. And so now we are trying to do, instead of a 2-day show, it's going to be a 1-day show. And with that, we want to pay homage to the show that ran for 32 years, but I want to kind of put my own spin on it. And one thing I said is, well, I'm gonna bring a big name in right out of the gate, right? If it's gonna be my first one, I'm gonna bring in some big guns that people want to meet, people want to talk to, and people want to get their picture taken with. And to me, that's a no-brainer. My partner in crime with the Friends Throwdowns, Paul Yaffe, Paul Yaffe's Originals and Paul Yaffe's Bagger Nation. So he is our celebrity builder.
So, dude, I have to tell you something. Like knowing the rigors that you put this man through, I have to tell you that I'm surprised. It's to your credit that you managed to get him to take your phone calls anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, we jokingly say that my shop is Bagger Nation North because we do so much business, with Paul Yaffe's shop, and we come in there once. Oh, hey Nash. We come in there once a year for Arizona Bike Week, and we try not to be too intrusive, but all of Paul's guys, just Jaden and Jack and Kevin and Phil, they all just open arms, they welcome us in. But we also do the same thing for them every Sturgis rally. We roll out the red carpet. So it's a symbiont thing. It's mutually beneficial.
Well, and I got to tell you too, like having been to your joint, you get into a rut. Like when you work Sturgis as a full-time proposition, you have your spot. Like this is where I'm at. I hit these couple things I try to do. So it had been a few years since I spent any real time up in Deadwood. And then when we got the opportunity to come and hang out with you guys for an afternoon and to see, like, you have the joint up there, like seriously, it is that.
I
that's
love his space.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's it's a 110-year-old building. It's on the National, Historic Registry. It was never meant to be a motorcycle shop. We've converted it into one. And of course, we have the in-house bar that it was actually Yaffe's idea to name it the Monkey Bar. And believe it or not, it's just, we love it. We call it the front row to the shit show. People get to sit out there and have a cold one and watch the motorcycles go by. And it's a destination. That's what we're trying to create.
Well, Mr. Yaffe, I want to talk about one of the coolest memories I'm going to walk away from the Chopper Friends Throwdown, and I'm just going to bring this up because there was so much cool stuff that happened there. But one of the coolest memories that I received wasn't even from.
I think I know what this is.
Okay, you're taking me off the rails. What is it?
Nothing. Go ahead.
So, one of the coolest memories that I have from the show was something that we didn't get until way afterwards, and it was the picture of you. And what was the title that it was like 35 years between the two pictures or something?
Oh, right. Yeah, it's so when we were doing this throwdown, I'll get off the whole story, but I just decided to rebuild the first ground up bike I ever built. There was a picture of me in the shop from my Motorcycle Mechanics Institute days. That's a picture of me in my garage with literally the black sheet off of my bed hanging behind me. And that's the first scratch built motorcycle I ever built in 1988. And that funny picture is hanging up over one of my workbenches in my little shop. And I looked up and said, I'm going to build a copy of that bike. Because I wasn't having any luck building another bike that I had set off to build. And so I called Ron Paw at Paco and read him and Steve Massicott a laundry list of the parts I needed. And a week later, I had a pallet show up in my driveway with all this stuff. And this is what I built. So, of course, we had to recapture this picture. And that's actually, we were trying to get the same picture, which is, it's pretty close. And that's out in my parking lot at about 11 o'clock at night. The night before the throwdown, we rolled the bike out, leaking oil out of every Ted's V-twin part I bought for it.
Yeah, baby.
And we took that picture. So I hope they're not an advertiser of yours, but sorry.
No. And I think Ted's probably even somewhere laughing about that right now. So
He got me. He got Taiwan Ted got me again, man.
But listen, the reason why I said that was one of the coolest memories is because it kind of encapsulated the whole thing that went on there. You know, everybody right out of the gate is like, yeah, okay, we're going to build choppers. And then you watch the systematic transformation of everybody back into that mindset of the first bike that they built. It was just really, really cool.
It was really crazy. It was crazy. You know, the people that see us at the end of the throwdown aren't privy to the 24/7 text messaging that we do.
Oh my God!
Months leading up to the event, and everybody, it's like the old days where everybody's losing their mind, and the show is coming, and things aren't working out, or they can't get this and they can't get that, or they need their friends, and does anybody have a banjo bolt? Does anybody have a this or that? Oh no, I need because you know we're still kind of coming out of pandemic, and things are still not totally easy to get. And anyway, it's incredible this stream of support that goes on. Hi, Lyonel. There's this incredible stream of support that goes on amongst the guys, all coming up with these last minute, things, whatever it is. And the camaraderie is really amazing. And it's what it's all about. And I can't say enough about the sacrifice. And these guys, I'll tell you, Chris, my biggest takeaway is getting to Winslow at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and we're supposed to ride the next day. I had already thrown in the towel. I had oil pouring out of my tranny case. I had oil pouring out of my primary case. My main shaft was frozen. My rear axle was frozen, just one thing after another. So I had thrown in the towel. But these guys are in a dirt parking lot, and Tom Kiefer is running from bike to bike to bike to bike, helping everybody try to solve their problems. Tools everywhere, towels everywhere. Literally, I have a picture of Steve Reed with his bike sitting on a rock. There's a rock on the frame, and both his wheels are off his bike, and half his shit's on his bike. And these people are running to Flagstaff for him to get stuff in the middle of the night to try to get his bike running, and it was just this. I'm going to call it this chaotic harmony of just everybody going crazy, but at the same time having this great common goal of just so they could make the ride the next morning. And that's the entire focus. It was all about, I have to throw my leg over my bike. It has to start, and I have to make this ride. And it was complete focus and obsession.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, whatever might have drawn you into something like this, if you missed that part of it, if you missed the part that was what made it so special for us. So if you came in like trying to prove that you were the next nation's super builder, or your ego got shipped in before you did, it's a shame, man, because you really did miss the best part of it. And I'm pretty sure this thing isn't for you.
I want to tell you that there was a moment on that road to Pine that I called it chopper euphoria. We were just everybody, we were handlebar to handlebar, and the bikes were running so smooth, and everybody was high-fiving, and oh man, it was and that made all of that stress and drama it made all of that really worth it, and seeing what everybody brought, I dare say it was magical.
Hey, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I'll say this right in front of Mark, and he'll tease me for the rest of my life. I left out of there ahead of time, and I used the excuse, hey, I'm going to go break my motor in. I left ahead of you guys so that I could spend the first 20 or 30 miles praying to God that the first frame I ever built wasn't going to snap in half and going slow so I could be like, what was that?
Well, that would have been Kiefer, so you'd have been all right. It would have been good.
Oh.
And probably the best movie ever made. So
yeah. So much fun.
I have to say I'm a little disappointed, Chris. I thought the best memory that you got after the fact was the video you found of Paul when we're rolling down the road with the truck side by side.
Oh my God, I forgot that. Mark, you are not going to believe this. So I get home from all of this craziness. I'm working on the show tonight. Going through videos from 30 days of videos from Arizona Bike Week, from Chopper Friends, from SNS, from all this stuff that we did. And I see this video that's shot out of the window of my Sprinter, which I wasn't driving during Chopper Friends, obviously. But I see this big white pickup truck pull up next to it. And Yaffe and another guy are shouting to my old lady to show her show them her tits.
Yes.
It was so
beautiful.
good. I was dying.
Oh, this is awkward. You couldn't see, but at the same time, you can't see your old lady, right?
Well, I know it was her driving.
We'll just leave that alone.
Wait, look at her cheeks right now. You tell me who was behind the wheel of that truck.
I'm not saying nothing. What happens on the road stays on the road.
Oh, God.
Oh, those are the good times right there.
So good.
So the reason I bring all this up, though, Jason and Paul both, like this is a little piece of this is coming to Deadwood for this show.
Yeah. It's funny. The redemption. You've heard of Shawshank Redemption? Well, this is the Chopper Friends Redemption. And it actually, so we set a date for our show in Deadwood, May 27th, Memorial Day weekend. And so for all of the guys that, for whatever reason, their bike didn't roll from Winslow to Phoenix, we are doing a redemption ride and bringing them in, leaving from Deadwood Custom Cycles, doing a gorgeous loop around the Black Hills, and then rolling right into the Black Hills Motorcycle Show. So if you didn't get a chance to see any of these choppers in person, I have to tell you, I mean, nobody disappointed. Paul, would you agree? I mean, they're just all so amazing. Yeah.
Some neat bikes. Yeah, they were some great bikes.
And so if you're within 500 miles of Deadwood, if you're Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, North Dakota, Minnesota, it doesn't matter. Just get to Deadwood on Memorial Day weekend because there's just going to be so much going on.
There's an airport. Just fly into Rapid City and come.
Yeah, there's an airport. But I will tell you, I'm pretty stoked. And I never thought this would happen. But after I asked Paul to be the celebrity builder, and we're building the chair right now that he's going to be sitting in.
Can we call it a throne? Can it be a throne at least?
It's going to be a throne. It's like a Game of Thrones dragon like thing we're working on. But no, Paul is actually bringing a baddest bagger to Deadwood. Now that's kind of a big deal. I mean,
we're going to put a ring. We're going to put a baddest bagger ring on somebody's finger.
Wow.
Yep. Somebody is going to be crowned baddest bagger of Deadwood. And look, if you know anything about the people that enter their bikes in a baddest bagger, I mean, some of these guys, I mean, they're just pulling out all the stops. So it's legitimate, right, Paul? It's going to be a legitimate crowning of a baddest bagger in Deadwood.
They're getting there's only 3 of these rings, and one of them's going to be crowned in Deadwood. And there's something else I haven't told you about yet either, Jason. So I'll announce it live here right now.
Oh, I like secrets.
You sure you don't want to wait? You sure you don't want to wait until we're offline?
No.
All right, let's hear it.
One of the participants, one of the customers, the people that sign up, Jason, when we get off of this call, is going to put a sign up button on his website, and you are going to get to sign up for the Black Hills Motorcycle Show Paul Yaffe Motorcycle Makeover.
Oh,
yeah. What is this?
Wow.
What?
This is true. This is true. And as long as Jason agrees to it, I am going to supply one lucky winner $2,500 worth of Bagger Nation Paul Yaffe Originals accessories of their choice, whatever they want for their motorcycle, and then Jason is going to install it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Well,
surprise! I approve of that. By the way, I
It's
approve.
Well, okay, it's approved. So that's what's going to happen is we're going to do the we're going to call it Pimp My Glide.
Nice.
Nice.
And Jason and I are gonna trick out somebody's bike. One lucky participant, contestant, fan, viewer, attendee is going to win this thing. Whoever signs up, Jason's going to put a special spot on his website for you to sign up for the Pimp My Glide. And Jason and I are going to trick out somebody's bike.
Right on, man.
Wow. Well, the cool stuff with this show just keeps on coming, like that right there. I mean, that's, if you're not motivated, to come to the show for an opportunity to do that. I mean, I don't know what else other motivation you need. I mean, we have amazing vendors, we have amazing sponsors. Legend Suspension is donating a set of Revo A's, and we're going to be raffling those off the day of the show. And now I will tell you that Jeff Solinsky, NAMS Custom Cycles, from also a Chopper Friends Throwdown guy, going to be doing the Redemption Ride. He's going to be there at the show, gripping and grinning. Holy cow. Brian Clock from Clockworks. We're going to have Dino Jet set up there. Lyonel and Law Tigers is going to be there. And
you know what? I also heard that Hoffman's making the drive from Minnesota.
Yeah,
He is, but he said he's ready to go, but he just wants to make sure that Paul and Jason are going to be signing autographs.
Right.
Only for Curtis.
Okay.
And the ball busting rolls on.
I don't own a Sharpie. Yeah, I don't own a Sharpie.
Well, I'll send you some. It's okay.
I hate to seem pathetic, but I'm going to promote this as well. I got a message the other day, and I'm beyond flattered and honored for this, but my good friend and one of the people I believe the reason I have a job, Donnie Smith, is going to be attending the show.
Right on.
Donnie Smith is coming. Yeah. He and Don are making the trek out, and I think part of it's because people come out, and we love tourists here. We do. We love it, and I love meeting people from all over the world. And yes, Sturgeon's a little crazy. And instead of being in the Black Hills with 750,000 of your closest friends, come out on Memorial Day weekend where
there's
it's a little
nothing
calmer.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing like going to that area off hours.
Oh, it's awesome.
Hey, but I got to
really
tell you something, Jason. First of all, congratulations, because you've made it. I mean, if Donnie's coming to your show after all the years that we've gone to his show, you made it. But Paul, I kind of feel like he just announced in front of the world that he's better dealing you.
And he's what?
You got BBD'd.
He's better dealing you.
Hey, that's okay with me. Yeah.
Look, he had to take a drink for that one.
like-
I got you, sucker.
I had to take a step back. But some other neat things, is so Sturge's Coffee is doing a new exclusive brew. We're calling it the Builder's Brew.
Ooh.
Just for the show. And a little bit of a collaborative effort, talking about, making coffee. And then
Can I one up you on that?
you can.
Charlie Mook is making a Yaffe whiskey sour.
Yeah.
That's right. My amazing wife Charlie is coming up with a very special drink for the show called the Paul Yaffe the PYO whiskey sour, and we actually take a little bit of credit for Paul's newfound love of whiskey sours, because we stumbled
credit. Yeah.
we stumbled into somewhere in Louisville during the Drag MVP show, And you just it was off a whim, right? You ordered a whiskey
The sidebar. It was at the sidebar.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So
Hey.
we just have a lot of neat stuff going on. Sturgis Brewing.
Hey, I'm bringing the Dennis Kirk FXLR giveaway bike.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
You could sign up to win the 93 anniversary FXLR at Black Hills Motorcycle.
Are we eligible for that, Chris?
No.
But I don't.
I'll
work
be
for
signing
Paul.
up for it.
I don't work for Paul.
But you guys are picking it up there. So.
Yeah.
But we also have Sturgis Brewing, which, I mean, if you've ever been out and saw, the brewery's only been around a couple of years, but these guys, they just have some amazing ideas for brewing beer. And they are the exclusive beer at the show. They're doing a tap takeover of all the taps at the Deadwood Mountain Grand. And they're also coming up with a brew that is going to be released exclusively at the show there. I want to say it's a Pilsner. I'm not sure. But there's just some amazing stuff that's happening. And one thing I really want to mention is I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this to generate revenue for my shop. I'm doing it because the Black Hills Motorcycle Show is a charity. It's a nonprofit organization, and we are donating all the money that we generate from this show. Once the bills are paid, every single penny is going to go to Sacred Mountain Retreat Center. If you've never heard of it, I invite you to look them up. Okay, Sacred Mountain Retreat Center is a charity organization that focuses on veterans and first responders dealing with PTSD. And their number one goal is suicide prevention. They have this program. They do these programs where they literally fly in. The people apply. They fly them in. It's all inclusive. They're there for 5 days. It's the real deal. They do equine therapy. They do blacksmithing, and they talk with like-minded individuals. And I've had several friends go through it. And so myself, as a veteran, this is something very near and dear, to my heart. I think very, very highly of what Sacred Mountain's doing. So specifically, they also have a program called Puppies Healing Heroes. And so the Puppies Healing Heroes program, they train Malawas and labs and things like that, or dogs like that, and they get them fully trained up, and then they give them to veterans as a part of way for them to battle, deal with the things that they're dealing with. And so that's what we're doing. That's the whole point of the Black Hills Motorcycle Show is, number one, we want to get people excited about custom motorcycles. We want to get people excited about, the motorcycle lifestyle, and we want to raise as much money as we can for Sacred Mountain.
That's amazing. What an amazing thing. Thank you so much. That's just incredible. And I say that my son is a Marine and medically discharged, so I know how much that means to these guys. So what a great way to give back to your community.
Well, I mean, the heck of it is that, I mean, it's no secret, right, that most bikers and motorcyclists are always into charity, always doing poker runs and fundraisers and things like that. So it just felt like a good fit. When I talked to Charlie about it, and I was like, "What do you think?" And she's like, "Oh, absolutely. This is what we're doing." So.
Yes, sir. Good on you, man. Good on you. Well, listen.
Jason,
go ahead.
One other thing that you forgot that's huge for me, because I'm a young biker dad, is you're also doing it family friendly in the beginning. And for me, that's
right.
really cool because it's a holiday weekend. My kids are out of school, so I'm bringing the boys. So it's an opportunity for me to take them and educate them in what this lifestyle is like. They don't get it from Hollywood and that bull crap. They're getting it legit real. And then we can send them on their way and have the rest of our party. But that's something that it's not only a great cause, but it's also cool because I can bring my boys and not have to worry about them walking around with the blinders on the entire time.
That's right. No, and that's the goal. and it's actually Flash from Bikers Against Bullies, who is kind of heading up the kids department. And we're going to have temporary tattoos, and we're going to have face painting and balloon animals and a jump castle. And there's going to be a photo booth where kids can sit on a motorcycle and put on a leather vest and some glasses and, get their picture taken. And yeah, it's meant to be family oriented. We're trying to, we want everybody to come. We don't want it to just be some kind of, specific just to the bikers. We want, if dad rides or mom rides or they both ride, then why shouldn't they bring, their kids out to enjoy the day? But you're right, Lyonel. After a couple hours of that, we are kind of shifting gears a little bit. We have a performance from the Dirty Sexy Riot girls. And if you've never seen these girls perform, they're extremely talented. We have live we have live music going after that. There's a ton of different classes. It's not the fucking sound bites. The fucking sound bites will get you.
Well, that wasn't me. That was him.
Yeah.
But no, it's a big it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's going to be a great weekend in Deadwood. So check it out.
Right on, man. Well, listen, I'm extremely excited for you because it sounds like not only are you off to a great start of continuing a tried and true event, but you're taking it to new places. I have no doubt with the people that you're getting together, it's going to be a great time. So.
It's what's going on there?
I just got to introduce you to my grandson.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hold on. This is Decker. There's Nashy. Nashy will be there with us. Yeah, Nashy's coming to the Black Hills Motorcycle Show, and then Decker's out here. We got Sunday at the pool. Decker, say hi.
Buddy. He's like, not now.
This is Zach. Yeah, we're having family night over here. So
nice.
I could swear he just said this isn't in my contract. I don't have an appearance today.
Oh, he calls me Papa, and every time he says it, just makes me melt.
Oh yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my friends that are still waiting to have the blessing of grandchildren, I'm like, you have no idea how bad it's going to ruin you. No idea whatsoever.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
All right, fellas. Well, listen, Jason, Paul, Lyonel, thank you guys so much for coming on here. We're going to be bringing more information as you guys keep adding stuff. We're going to pour it out to our ravenous social media audience. So please pass it along as it comes up.
I appreciate you having us on to talk about the show. It's it's blackhillsmotorcycleshow.com, and look, there's no excuse. It's a long weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Deadwood's beautiful. We're very welcoming here, and we would love to see you at the show. I do want to real quick say I saw a little part of the chat there, and that professional monkey fella. I just want to say what's up, dude. I've never met you, but I watch your videos, and I think they're cool. So keep them coming. But I just want to give a shout out to him because I think he's a cool dude. We've never met in person, but I have a feeling now that he knows that I own a place called the Monkey Bar, we might be seeing him.
Right.
I think so.
Right.
I got one question. Hey, Lyonel, where's that Softail?
I don't want to talk about it. Okay? There's a reason I'm standing right here.
Softail.
Well,
that's where it's staying.
There's a portion of that in my shop. Part of that bike is actually in my shop right now.
Yeah, and the box is over here. We're working still, okay?
Dude, is this turning out to be a little more work than you thought it might be?
Oh, dude, here's the problem. I respect all of you guys, but I hate all of you because y'all said, "Oh, it's easy. Just jump in. It's just metal." Let me tell you about the hunk of metal I have here.
No, Lyonel, listen, the jump in part is the easy part.
Yeah. Getting back out is the hard part. That's
Yep.
where I'm at.
Yeah, you're never out. It's over. All right, man. Well, we're going to cut you guys loose. Again, thank you very much. Thanks for letting us be part of this whole thing. And again, thank you all individually and collectively as a group for everything that was Chopper Throwdown.
Happy Sunday.
All right, guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Chris. Thanks for having us.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Hey, man, you're watching Shop Talk here in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Great news about a new event coming out of Deadwood from our friends over in the Black Hills State. We're going to take a look real quick at another event that we attended, it seems like just minutes ago, the Perewitz Paint Show that went down during Daytona Bike Week. Stick around, you're watching Shop Talk.
On Location is brought to you by Clockworks. It's your ride, you decide.
Good morning. It is Wednesday at Daytona Bike Week 2023. I am Heather from Cycle Source Magazine, Grease and Gears TV, coming to you live from the Broken Spoke Saloon at the Perewitz Paint Show. Dude, like, if you're into paint, this is the place to be.
Ron Fleener from Knoxville, Tennessee. I own Fleece Color Factory. So this one is my son's bike. This is the third paint job we've put on it in the last 10 years, I think. We just did a lay frame on it, changed up a bunch of little stuff, but it's basically the same bike. We ride all the time. We don't build trailer bikes, we build them to ride the shit out of them. Paint job, I flake everything first, resin it, and then just start throwing the candies to it and get all my leaf work done, then clear it and sand that, then do all my stripe work and my airbrush work, and then re-clear it a couple more times to get everything nice and flat. A buddy of mine started a new custom paint company called Ace of Shades. We're starting to use some of that. Vintage Pro, I use all their primers and clears. Bondego striping brushes, sawdust spray guns, FBS tapes. You got to use the best shit there is to do nice stuff. You can't do the Harbor Freight stuff to be doing paint jobs, really. No bullshit, I've told Dave this for years. Every bike I paint for every customer, I paint it to try and bring to this show to win. This is the only true painter show there is. So there's some pretty stellar shit here. We're all really good friends, so it's kind of like a friendly competition, but we all just kind of feed off each other over the years and see who come up with the next cool shit.
Kyle Morley from Execution Style Custom Paint out of New Jersey. So this is a 2001 Fat Boy we built actually mid-year this year, and this is the first time it's been out. And this started out life as a 2001 Fat Boy. We did lay frame, all matte finishes, and a lot of Cerakote on the engine and wheels and accessories. We use strictly 100% PPG paints, and everything on the body was done with PPG base coats, followed up with a 8115 matte clear. All of the graphics were done with just different base coats, tapes and lines. Been painting for about a little over 20 years now. As a painter, custom painter, for me it's the best show. It's to showcase our artwork. Focusing on the artwork is just super rad of them to do that and put it together. It keeps the competition level high between the painters.
Jason Mook
from Lowell, Indiana. I own MST Paintworks. This bike was built by Don at Evil Lion Customs. I did the paint work on it. It's a pearl white base. We did the graphics, baby blue to match. He sent me a picture of the wheels, so we kind of matched the graphics off that. He wanted something kind of racy looking, so we kind of rolled with that, and you know, we did all the body work and prep and paint on this bike for him. So we finished this bike probably a month ago, and he put this thing together within a couple weeks to get it out here for the show and stuff like that. So I ran some of the graphics off the side covers and the bags around the frame. My dad owned an asphalt company, so I used to stripe parking lots, and then I would paint a little bit at night. Because my first marriage didn't work so well. I didn't like being in the house, so I learned to paint to be in the garage.
So this is Laura's new bike that DP painted for her. See, I told you the look.
My name is James Fish Alcorn. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and my shop's name is Alleyway Customs. So this is the new bike we unveiled this year. It's a 1969, or what it would be with the House of Horsepower cases, pan shovel, rebuilt motor, hard-tailed 70s frame, Trainer front end. This is all Tropical Glitz, is the company that I use, but it's these are paints that are pearls. So the light blue is their Miami Beach, that's a light blue with gold pearl in it. The dark blue is a midnight blue that has a silver pearl in it. And he sent me some references of some, I call this the Dean Jeffries style. It came from 1950s car customizing. Dean liked to do a lot of reverse scallops, go in either direction and tie them all together. So a couple guys, I know Joey Cano, one of the painters in California, has done a lot of work exactly like this. So we kind of worked off a lot of those designs. Dean had a 1950 Chevy two-door car that was his kind of flagship. So I looked at that car a little bit and did some different stuff. But the purple flames are actually red House of Color candy apple red. Fearless Paint Show it's the biggest one there because Dave is one of the oldest living legends, motorcycle painters.
so far, that's for the most part sums up the Perewitz Paint Show as of right now. Registration's still open for a couple hours here at the Broken Spoke Saloon in Ormond Beach, Florida. In the meantime, be kind to one another. Get out, ride, wrench, do something with your motorcycle.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.
I'm Brian Clock from Clockworks in Mitchell, South Dakota, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. How upset with me do you think Brian would be if I changed the track music to his commercial to some heavy metal? Just once in a while.
Totally should.
Just once in a while.
Throw a little in there.
Totally should.
Professional monkey bikers. Wonder why he's saying that.
Bikers Info
USA. Bikers Info USA. So hey.
So hey.
Matt Smith, do it.
Well, there's a whole bunch of so-haying going on here.
So hey.
Radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radar. Before you call me out, look at your damn magazine.
How about that?
Then you call me out for not putting you in the magazine, and then tell me you haven't read the magazine. Well, how the hell can you call me out?
I love it. You
Dude.
tell him what page it's on. He's like, oh,
I haven't read the
I
magazine.
haven't read the magazine in a while.
Wah, wah, wah.
So how did you know? How did you suppose to know that we featured every other tank except yours? Oh, God. The world is crazy. World's crazy, Mark. It's crazy.
A lot of whining going on right now.
Matt Smith gives us permission to change the IO music to heavy metal.
So, Mark, what do you think? Deadwood? Are we heading out?
No.
Oh, man.
I'm doing everything I can to get him out of Pennsylvania. It's just not working.
Yeah, you got my two picked. I'll probably, I may
Well,
ride
he's
by
coming to
Denwood.
smoke out.
Well, that's a given. I mean,
right?
It's like to get out of the smoke, I'd have to be sold to another event.
Oh, my God. I wonder what Brian's commercial would be like with Motorhead.
Oh, you got to do it.
The Ace of Spades.
Do it.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of great stuff coming up. Like I said, we had a solid month of developing content. We got a lot of great stuff, and not to keep pushing this, but I have to. Over on the YouTube channel, a lot of this stuff is coming out, and you're gonna miss it. You might get pieces of it here.
Mm-hmm.
It's all happening over there. So make sure you head over and subscribe.
What would happen if we did Shop Talk just on YouTube?
Ooh,
big trouble.
I don't know.
Big trouble, Nancy.
So
Big trouble?
this is the part of the show we're going to open up to you guys. So who wants to
question and answers?
Who wants
Q&A?
to talk? Who wants to talk? You know I can't read at 80 miles per hour going south on 95. Why? I do. Radar.
I was going to say, but he could call me out.
At 80 miles.
At 80 miles an hour
We're
on
fighting.
95.
We're fighting.
Matt Smith says, "Lemmy approved it years ago."
Okay.
Who has questions? Who has questions?
What? I have a question. What did you just do to the screen?
Wasn't that cool?
Doing it. Ask him anything.
I want to ask Mark a question. Where the F have you been?
Right here where I was supposed to be. Living the good life.
Lance Baxter.
Dude, it's been a vacation.
Right?
I don't know who the hell you're kidding.
Lance Baxter says, you guys were way too funny on the interviews and great-looking bikes. Professional Monkey, eat the rich.
Nice.
What's going on here?
Eat the rich.
He's trying to apologize
James Fletcher,
now.
kisses.
He's trying to apologize now. Mm-hmm.
Son of a biscuit eater.
So I just have to tell you that based on the text I just received from my mother,
oh boy,
she is totally a chopper chick.
Really?
Yep. I'm just saying.
Come on, bring it.
I can't.
Why?
I will show you after the show.
Oh boy.
No, you can't do that. You said, listen, we said we were going to try
Where's
to.
a good place to find out about swap meets? If you're looking for old stuff, go right onto the Antique Motorcycle Club of America website. They have their national meets and their chapter meets all listed there. And better yet, why don't you sign up for an AMCA membership?
There you go.
Keep that going strong. I think it's like $40 a year.
Hey, and when we're talking
You
about
get all kinds of info in that.
right, while we're talking about signing up memberships, and I want to give you some credit, Mark, because you were part of the impetus of this thing. But
he was impotent. How do you know? How do you know those things?
Well, you know, we've been married for 30 years.
So Ray's Motor Life said y'all would get more views and subscribers on YouTube if y'all did more lives on here. We do almost like this is actually going live on YouTube, and we do lives from all the events. Like we do a ton of it. So
I thought he said lies. I was going to say, I got that.
Hey, I can lie to you like nobody business. So we did a couple shows where we were talking to, aftermarket people, and that turned into a, hey, let's hold a meeting in Daytona. You weren't at Daytona, but we had a meeting in Daytona. Kirk Willard from the Motorcycle Riders Foundation came out. Bob Kay sat in, and it was officially named as our chair. We've picked the name of that thing now. It is the Independent Motorcycle Aftermarket Group. Network. And we actually have a little private Facebook group set up for it, but there's good things happening. It's coming in under the banner of the Motorcycle Riders Foundation, so we'll be bringing you guys more information about this. But for now, if you are not a member of the Motorcycle Riders Foundation, I invite you to head over to that organization, sign up, do what you can to keep them funded, because they actually have lobbyists at the Capitol all the time working for us for motorcycles.
That affects you too.
Yes,
as a
absolutely.
Buyer,
It gives us a voice.
Yep.
That's what gives us a voice. So.
And I mean, they're looking out for all motorcycle rights with their work at the Capitol, but immediately I think there's already 4 or 5 issues that they're in action on that have to do with the motorcycle aftermarket. So,
and that's repairs, that's purchases, that's you update your motorcycle, that's getting more speed, stuff that will get more speed, need more speed.
You got some speed, man.
So I have to go up
Feel the
and
need for
read this
speed?
comment from Big D.
Okay.
That says, I just want to apologize to Professional Monkey for telling him he was bigger and uglier in person. Big D,
Big
who
D?
does that?
Wait,
Big D, you are one of the nicest humans on the planet. I don't believe you actually did that.
Wait, Radar says, Mark, I pay in Applewood bacon. We don't even need to read the rest of that text. Whatever it is that you need, you're in, son.
And he hopes for 3/4 of an inch. He pays in bacon, and that's all he wants.
3/4 of an inch?
3/4 of an inch off
out.
square on a 20-foot wall.
I'm out.
Jeremy Sather says, a good place to find used parts for 2004 Road Kings and etc. I can't honestly answer Chopper Swapper with that. I don't know. I think that's a Professional Monkey question.
Professional Monkey, help.
Do you own anything with a bag? Do you own anything with a bag on it?
Yeah, we have the camel.
So
that's right.
Hey, somebody's asking. I need your magic fingers, Blondie. Is it Motorcycle Riders Foundation DC on Facebook?
1 second. Let me take a look. Burp, burp, burp. I'll throw the link up right there.
Professional Monkey, I said that they need to come on your show. When will issue 300 be out for purchase?
Well, we haven't sent it to the printer yet.
Yeah.
So it actually goes to the printer on Wednesday. And
maybe.
Very unsure.
It will go to the printer on Wednesday.
Matt Smith, it's Motorcycle Riders Foundation.
My computer just froze.
MRF. Somebody was asking what's going to be in, I believe it was Steve Burrows, what's going to be in issue 300. So everything that you come to expect from Cycle
300 pages of make your own magazine.
We talked about that. We were going to do 300 blank pages in a Sharpie.
Yep. A pack of crayons and 100 blank pages.
Years
right?
ago, we were going to do the 5 crayons blank page. Remember that?
Professional Monkey says eBay, so that's the place to find the bagger parts. What is in issue 300? It is the Daytona issue, so lots of Daytona stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small section where we have some 300 memories, and we're obviously going to talk about
I
that.
thought for sure you were going to do like some take on the movie. Like I've been waiting for that.
I thought about
at least a video or something.
I thought about getting me and Mark 300 costumes, and then I really thought about how we would look with all that hair springing out of those little red tights.
It couldn't be any worse than the Shovelhead King.
No, it would have been way worse. It
No.
would have been way worse.
Shovel King was pretty bad.
Nobody needs to see my hairy ass in a plum smuggler. I'm telling you that right now. You love me. You don't even want to see me that way.
Yeah, actually, I have to say.
Are you trying to figure out what a plum smuggler is, Mark?
No.
In all fairness, I don't care how hot the guy is. No man should wear a pump. No man should wear grape grabbers. It just shouldn't even be a thing.
Gary Dubois is asking, any Donnie Smith show coverage in 300?
301.
Yeah, 301. 301 for that. 301 for St. Louis Cycle Showcase.
I guess I need to throw my smoke out bikini away, huh? Real nice, Heather. Just ruined my whole outfit.
Mark, I can have one of those made for you.
Mike Draco, Shovel King was cool riding to the Cyber Rally. Damn right.
Yeah.
I think that might be my favorite commercial you've ever done.
Oh my God, it was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
In the closet.
And it was with the
helmet.
peanut butter and
Oh.
it was a testament to how heavy
I actually
it got
gave
during
that
COVID.
video to Professional Monkey.
Oh.
Just so he could see how ridiculous we are.
Think about it. And whenever shit gets super freaking deep, and it's always been that way, it's that sense of humor that brings it all back to life again,
Right? Yep.
Like that cyber rally, I think everybody was so depressed that what a difference that made in so many people's lives. We all wanted to kill each other.
What a bunch of horses' asses we are, too, though. Right? I mean, like, here's a good idea. We'll just go live for 17 straight hours.
Oh.
Yeah, no alcohol or drugs. What is wrong with us?
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
Robin Higginbottom, you tell him, Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Who else has some stuff for us? Greg White, we love choppers.
We love choppers.
We do relationship help here too. Just
Yeah.
Marital
Remember
counseling?
Dude, speaking of 300 issues, remember when Uncle Rock used to do Ask Uncle Rock?
Ask Uncle Rock.
If you guys haven't read the magazine long enough to know that we had our own biker version of Dear Abby back in the day called Ask Uncle Rock. He was the dirtiest, most foul-mouthed, ignorant son of a bitch. He was my brother, and I love him for the rest of my life. He's been gone from us for a few years now, but God, he was funny.
Speaking of back days, me and Ronnie Tonetti were having a conversation yesterday about having an issue where we told the person to have his wife give us a call.
Oh, wow.
I just had an issue come up tonight that I might use that very same line.
Yeah, boy, he was having some problems. We finally told the guy, hey, why don't you just have your wife call us?
So, Big D, when are we announcing what we're doing for the Throwdown next year?
May 27th. They're going to announce it at the Black Hills Motorcycle Show.
Yep.
I'm shutting all of my stuff off May 26th.
I keep trying to weasel my way in to get the info, and
Jason keeps shutting her down.
Keeps shutting me down.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Right? It's so wrong.
So Pedro the Engraver is asking, or no, just saying hello from Central Washington State.
Damn it.
Not hating, just saying.
So under my name, I just threw up the links to your Cyber Rally commercials. If anybody wants to see the Shovel King.
Watch them. They're hysterical.
Dude, the best commercials like you'll ever see. Forget you can't go now.
You can't go now.
You can't go now. Oh, we're so dumb sometimes.
Definitely being closed in the house a little too.
I'm gonna play it, not the Tiger King one.
Oh, but that's the best one.
That's all right.
All right.
At the Cycle Source Magazine World Headquarters.
Smalls, where's Daddy? What the hell are you doing?
I'm juggling in place.
Really? With toilet paper, peanut butter, Mad Dog 2020?
Hey man, I want to make sure I have everything I need. The shelves in the stores are empty. It's crazy out there. Dogs and cats living together.
Are you drinking again?
No.
Come on now.
No, but I am watching the news, man. The shit's deep. Like,
Come on, it's time to get ready for the cyber rally.
they're telling everybody to stay home. This is it for me. I'm not going anywhere.
It's virtual, so there's that.
Cyber rally?
Christopher, I need you to get your ass up out of that chair, take that stupid tinfoil hat off, and get ready for the cyber rally. And for God's sakes, change your shirt. It's been 4 days already.
All right, this changes everything.
Chris, what the hell are you doing now?
I'm riding the shovelhead to the cyber rally. Would you just tell me? Jeez.
Really? Never mind.
I'll forget you. You can't come now.
I can't believe people continue to support this bullshit.
After all these years.
So I implore you guys have to, if you think that one was funny, you have to watch The Shovel King. You just have to. The link is up there.
It's
worth
bad.
2 minutes.
It's
it
so
really
bad.
is.
What was wrong with me? What was wrong with me?
I like
Nice picture of paint right there.
Yeah, right?
Right? Oh.
Didn't you see that?
My temperature
I'm going to
gauge
get,
is
wait,
working.
I got to stop.
Oh, yeah, stop. We're gonna
Because
get...
YouTube's going to flag me.
Look,
It
my
probably already did.
My
Christ.
temperature gauge is working.
Real
it's hot
nice.
in my office.
All right, man. Well, listen, it's been a blast with you guys. We're rolling well into overtime. I appreciate you guys sharing some headspace with us. Thanks to all of our advertisers, supporters, everyone up in the corner up there, especially Dennis Kirk for leaving the back door of the studio open. Mark, did you see that we actually went into the back door of the studio and went into the Dennis Kirk studio last week?
No.
It was awesome.
Why would I watch that?
Because it's part of what we do. Forget you, man. Forget you. Now you can't
I
come.
can't go to the cyber rally either. Damn it.
You absolutely, you are not doing anything after this magazine is done until you make a 300 commercial. I'm buying you a gladiator costume.
Listen, it's not going to be good looking.
I don't care.
Only if you can get me like one of them jib jab softwares or something to put me and Mark's head on one of the 300 guys, because regular human beings don't look like that.
Can't you set up the cyber pictures? What the hell's the name of the game? Like Game of Thrones?
Well, no, you can have like the chest plate and everything on it. You have amazing legs.
Wow, that was like the meanest fucking thing you've said to me on air ever.
Oh, you'll love her. She has a great sense of humor.
You got to meet my friend Heather. She's awesome in the kitchen.
I'm so sorry.
God.
Can we motorcycle joust? We do that
We
at
do
Smoke
that.
Out, Matt.
Yep.
You have to come to Smoke
Mini
Out.
bike jousting. All right, man. Listen, before we bring any more of you guys down to our level, let's just move on with this. It's been a blast. Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can tune in every week for another dose of this two-wheeled jocularity we call Shop Talk. Until then, you guys be cool. Get out and do something with your motorcycle. Next week, same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Bye, Felicia.
So good to be back in the studio. Were either you going to tell me that I was running the intro instead of the outro?
We hope you pay them a visit when you're in the market for great motorcycle parts, products, and events.
S&S Cycle, Makuni American, Baco Parts, The Broken Spoke Saloon, Twisted Tea, The Iron Horse Saloon, High Seas Rally, Twisted Choppers, Twin Power, Drag Specialties, Geico, Law Tigers, Tech Cycle, Fueling Parts, Lone Star Rally, Hijinks Apparel, Progressive Insurance, Spectra Oil, No School Choppers,